We're starting today on the shores of one of Italy's most stunning waters. But don't let the postcard view fool you. We are at the absolute northern tip of Lake Como, Gera Lario, and we're about to trade this glassy, calm surface for the brutal, wild silence of Alpe Paregna. Think medieval stone villages, punishing mountain grades, dense forests, and a descent that makes every agonizing pedal stroke worth it. So let's get into it. Oh, the first few miles are pure deception. Just easy, therapeutic, rolling along the lakeside cycleway. The morning light is cutting across the water, hitting the massive peaks that lock this lake in. Up here, Como feels completely different. Quieter, raw, authentic. There's no rush. It's just the rhythmic hum of tires on the pavement and that sharp, cool lake breeze hitting my face. Rolling through Domaso, you can't help but stare at the lakefront houses. Wow! Ancient stone walls, bursting flower boxes. What's your favorite flower? Let me know. And tiny harbors where boats just rock lazily on the water. Everything moves slower here, and honestly, it hooks you. I know, I'm hooked. Okay, and then you hit Gravedona. The free ride ends here. The road stops meandering and immediately points dead up. What looked like a peaceful backdrop from the shoreline suddenly transforms into a real, unforgiving mountain wall. We're climbing through suffocatingly narrow roads now, hemmed in by ancient stone homes and deep chestnut woods. But every time you fight your way past a switchback, like right here by the Chiesa di San Martino, the view behind you just explodes. The lake drops further and further away. By the time we hit the turnoff near Madonna di Gorgiglio towards Alpe Paregna, oh, the gloves come off. The canopy vanishes. The lush green woods gone, completely die out, and it's replaced by harsh, baked, unforgiving terrain. The asphalt gets rougher, steeper, and utterly exposed to the midday sun. You can literally feel the mountain changing its attitude the higher I crawl. You don't get even an inch out here. Every single foot of elevation is earned. I am sweating. At this point, the suffering becomes hypnotic, almost enjoyable. The dead, heavy silence, the radiating heat, the relentless, punishing gradient. The only thing breaking the quiet is the ragged sound of my own breathing and the gravel crunching under the tires. But you know, rides like this, they aren't just about ticking off a summit, been there, done that. No, they're about the transition. Watching the crowded, chaotic lakeside fade into a distant memory as you force your way into a completely different, wilder world. Finally, Bodone breaks the horizon. It's barely a village, just a handful of weathered houses clinging to the mountainside like they are frozen in time. Places like this are exactly why these mountains are so special. It's the ultimate escape for the locals, a raw sanctuary of thin air and total silence. And the view? Yes, you guessed it. Unbelievable. The lake stretches out like a ribbon miles below. It's framed by jagged peaks fading into the haze. It's the first real payoff for all that suffering. But we aren't done. Oh no, one last brutal push. The track keeps clawing its way up towards Alpe Paregna. The trees completely thin out, leaving nothing but a rugged, high alpine moonscape. And then, total relief. After the grind, after the sweat, after the vertical walls, I'm on top. From up here, the scale of this place is almost impossible to process. The mountains don't just slope down, they drop straight into the water. You can see the tiny, fragile roads carved directly into the rock faces, remote alpine pastures, and layer after layer of endless peaks. It's one of those rare spots that just forces you to sit down and shut up. You just have to stand there and take it all in. Sometimes, you know, the best part of a ride isn't the speed or the adrenaline. It's the absolute perspective it slaps you with. Oh, I'm excited. I am really excited. The payoff, the descent, vast, flowing, dropping into views that change every single second. The agony of the climb completely vanishes, replaced by pure weightlessness. I feel like I'm flying. I had to pull over a few times just to stare at the panorama, because it doesn't matter how many times you see Lake Como from this high up, it never gets old. Today, instead of dropping straight back into reality, I take a detour into Livo, a hidden medieval village tucked away in the creases of the mountain. Imagine tight stone alleyways, ancient archways, and eerie quiet. You could get lost wandering through here for hours. But hey, after a vertical grind like that, food becomes an absolute emergency. The kitchen was already closed when I rolled in, so leftover pizza it is. And honestly, when you are this depleted, this exhausted, this hungry, leftover pizza tastes like a 5-star Michelin meal. All right, I'm all fueled up, maybe a little heavy-legged, and I'm ready to drop into the final descent. It's a fast forest track cutting right through the trees back down to Gravedona. The dappled light breaking through the canopy, the smell of pine, and that last hit of adrenaline to wrap up the day. Before you know it, the dirt ends and we're back on the cycleway, spinning out the legs as the sun finally dips behind the mountains. From the manicured lakeside to punishing alpine walls, hidden stone villages, and views that don't feel real, this loop to Alpe Paregna delivered. Thank you so much for grinding it out with me. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next ridge.